You know, easily my favorite part of this entire film is the cameo by Jar Jar Binks and his new son, Bar Bar Jinks. It is just a simply excellent scene and really needs some like honest praise from this movie. That's a joke, by the way. Hoping they learned their lesson from the prequels. You know, a long time ago I had a video, I think I just titled it Alcohol. I think it was just called Alcohol. And it's because I started trying out like a whole bunch of new drinks and wanted to ask my fan base like, hey, you know, what are some drinks that you guys really like that I might want to try out? And that was the first video. I think I was playing Halo 5 at the time, where I decided like, hey, I kind of want to make Monday like video vlogs kind of a new thing. I want to start that on the channel. And ever since then, it's always been rather some kind of just regular vlog style video like this, or some kind of gameplay vlog every single Monday. And that's really started going for like a lot of months. It has been a long time since that last video came out, and I've kept that Monday tradition almost every time, and it feels good. And I'm kind of liking the idea of moving it towards maybe not all just kind of gaming stuff, but like simple vlogs like this, 1v1 discussions, depending on what it's gonna be. Originally, this video was actually gonna be a discussion on how the character Negan in The Walking Dead is actually the protagonist of the show, and is actually the best character, and you should be rooting for him rather than being against him. But then I saw Rogue One, and it's still fresh in my brain, and I wanted to talk about it. I don't really do movie reviews or anything. I've only talked about a movie one other time on this channel, and that was Civil War, Marvel Civil War, you know, the whole Captain America movie way back when. Now that I've seen this, I can't just let it slide. I have to talk about it. I want to talk to people about this movie. So no spoilers, of course. The only thing that you might hear is the stuff you hear in the trailers, which is the overarching plot of the movie, but that's it. I'm not going to do any major spoilers. I just want to talk about the movie. You know, I walked into the theater with a lot of like hesitation, because this is the first ever like Star Wars, I guess spin-off would be the term, but in reality it kind of isn't, because it is technically a prequel to A New Hope, but it's still the first ever anthology style movie in a sense in the whole Star Wars universe. We've had 7 movies all in a timeline, and this one, while it still is in that timeline, it's a whole new thing, a whole new cast. And so it had not only a lot of weight on its shoulders to, one, be a good spin-off Star Wars film, but 2, to actually like bring a good prequel to A New Hope, because of course the plot of the movie, as you heard from the trailers, is this is the people going to go get the Death Star plans that they get in the 4th movie. And my fucking god, holy shit, it was phenomenal. It is an excellent movie. If you are a Star Wars fan, I highly suggest you see this movie ASAP, because while this is like spoiler-free video, this movie can be spoiled. There are plenty of very big spoiler-heavy things that could be said, which is also something I advise you not to look at the comment section of this video, because people are people. They'll spoil it just to be a dick, but I highly suggest you keep away from it, because goddamn, there are some heavy, serious spoilers that could come from this movie, which brings the movie even better in a sense. Yes, Rogue One is actually probably like my 2nd or 3rd favorite Star Wars movie of the 8 we currently have. If I had to make like a list, I think I put like Empire at number 1, because Empire Strikes Back still is too good for me. And then I think like A New Hope and Rogue One are like going back and forth the number 2 spot. And then after that I go with like, I think The Force Awakens, and then Return of the Jedi, and then 3, 1, 2 for the prequels, because Attack of the Clones is fucking awful. You know, people seem to be giving The Force Awakens a ton of shit as of lately. I'm not quite sure why. I mean, it seemed like most people enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was actually a really good movie. It had a lot of fucking flaws. It had a lot of flaws in that movie. There were a lot of weird issues with the movie, but when I saw it, I was like, yeah, that was pretty damn good. That was pretty damn good. I felt really happy about that. So I don't know why people are giving it so much crap. I actually just really enjoyed it. I mean, I'm hoping in the 5th movie, or the 8th movie, sorry. I'm hoping in the 8th movie, they like make me mix up the formula just a little bit more, because they definitely didn't do that very much. And no, I'm kind of like sitting here like, okay, Force Awakens, I see what you did. I get it. You did a really good job. It was really fun. It was a lot, like a really enjoyable movie, but I want to see something new in the next one. And maybe I don't even have to anymore, because Rogue One was something very new. First off, Rogue One was like kind of gritty. It was kind of like real and a little bit dark sometimes. Like, it was easily the most adult like Star Wars film. Like, you know, most Star Wars films as of recently are like PG-13 or whatever, but they're kind of on the lower end of PG-13. Now, we're not pushing R rating, no, not even close, but it's definitely a little bit heavier. Like, you've got the Empire being dicks, of course, but then you have the Rebels being kind of dicks sometimes, doing some kind of shady shit. It's like characters have a lot of layers to them. Like, you know, not everyone is like this cut and dried, here are the good guys, here are the bad guys. It was interesting. It was a little bit darker and deeper in how it handled itself. You know, I was watching through the movie and I was like, damn, they're kind of like, this is kind of heavy. This is getting kind of heavy, and that gave the movie some actual serious, like, balls, really. It just kind of gripped you, and you're like, damn, this is war. No, if we're checking off all the movie check marks, like acting and screenplay and story and visual effects and all of that kind of stuff, they're all pretty damn good. Now, the acting for most to all the characters was very, very good, with some, like, two big highlights being Donnie Yen's character, the blind guy you see in the trailer with the staff, as well as the robot K2. The robot guy, he was solid. He was a great character. Awesome seeing him there. The main character named Jin Urso and the captain that she works with, the rebel captain, are both also very good. Lots of layers behind each of those characters. Very well developed and kind of nice to see. But there is the one quick flaw I have with the movie, is that the first, like, 45 minutes, give or take, seems a little bit quick because they had to introduce you to like 7 of these major characters all at once, and it seemed like they're kind of pushing them out really quickly. Now, when I say this, I don't mean like extremely sloppy or anything. I just mean like you can tell it was a little bit quicker than it needed to be. But once that happened, once everyone got known and everything like that, it was like a lot better after that. I mean, it wasn't bad, like I say, it's just, it was a little bit rushed, I think, maybe just for a tad in the beginning. But after that's all over and after everyone's been introduced and everything, the movie just kicks off to an exceptional degree. The last like hour and 15 minutes are just some of the best scenes in Star Wars movies. They are exceptionally good. The second half of this movie is just straight incredible. It is, I can't put it into words how good this second half, I guess third and fourth acts, however the hell you call that kind of thing, it was good. It was really good. The acting, the effects, the CGI, all of that kind of stuff. The action, oh, the action was so incredible. The space fights, the ground fights, everything was intense and beautiful. Beautiful, that's a big thing. The locales and the areas that it went to in each of these different areas, it really expanded the universe of Star Wars a little bit more. Like, there were so many different places and areas, and it was pretty. It was gorgeous. The camera, like the cinematography of this movie were absolutely incredible. The shots, the action, it was all incredibly well done. And when you combine these big battles, both in space and on the ground, and these characters that they introduced, and you started to really like being part of that battle, and when you have awesome action and a grittier feel to it, it just makes for some amazing, amazing scenes. It's also like, it's kind of scary sometimes, not actually the spook section, but it's the rebels against the Imperials. Like, they are a shorter force. It's Rogue One. They're like this small group to make them feel like they're so much stronger. It's like a 300 style thing with the Spartans, you know? It really puts a lot of pressure, like, holy shit, the Empire is big and very scary. Now, some people ask a little bit about Darth Vader and stuff, and I mean, if you saw from the trailers, he's barely in the trailers, and he's very rarely in the movie as well. You're not going to see a whole lot of Darth Vader, and I'm okay with that. I mean, we had like 3-4 movies based on Darth Vader, so that's perfectly okay. But the parts that Darth Vader are in are very, very good. Now, without spoiling anything at all, there's this one specific scene at the end of the movie that was like just the greatest scene in Star Wars, in my opinion. I don't think there has been a scene in Star Wars that was cooler than that scene. Now, I may be coming off the Rogue One high right now, but that ending scene, oh, holy shit, it was so cool. If you've seen the movie already, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It was just like, I was just sitting there like, oh my god. If you haven't seen Rogue One yet and you're gonna go see it, you're gonna be straight up losing yourself with that scene. Bring a second pair of underwear. But overall, like, as a Star Wars fanboy, like I'm biased as fuck, okay? Like, I'm extremely biased, you know? But everyone around me seems to be saying the same thing. This movie is just a triumph. It is excellent, it's fantastic, it's enjoyable, it's gritty, it's rough, it's impressive, everything about it, except for some small, like, early pacing of the movie, is a great fucking movie. I mean, I don't like giving scores or ratings. I think ratings and scores are just kind of boring, but I'm okay with this movie. I mean, I don't know, like fucking 9 out of 10, 4.5 out of 5, you know, awesome out of brick, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I absolutely adore this movie. It's great. I'm probably gonna go watch it again, maybe 3 times. I don't know. I'm buying it on Blu-ray. I am just blown out of the water. If you haven't seen it and you considering it, see it. Like, absolutely see it. You have to. And you need to see it soon because the spoilers are heavy. So yeah, anyway, I just want to discuss. This is my Monday vlog. It's my discussion. It's what I wanted to do today. I want to talk about this kind of stuff. Maybe we'll talk about the Negan thing next week or something like that. But regardless, P.O. Box tomorrow. Get excited because it's always exciting. And I will see you next Monday. All right, bye-bye.